Meaning of parameters in classic load, 8,1 Commodore command. In the good old days of Commodore 64 and 128, the command to type to load the first program off a disk was where I take it that was probably a wild card that would just effectively give all the contents of the disk to load, which would then successfully load whatever happened to be the first loadable, i.e. executable, item on the disk. But what are the other two parameters for?
Load, 8,1. The general syntax is: the file name means the first file onto the disk, as you mentioned in your question. The first number parameter is a device number. 8 is the device number for the first disk drive. From the Wikipedia article on Commodore DOS. By convention, the first disk drive unit on a system has device number 8, the second drive, if present, 9, etc., up to a maximum of 15. This seems to come from the IEEE 488 bus, which the Commodore PET used. The second number parameter, in this case 1, means to load the stored program into memory, starting at the memory location specified by the first 2 bytes in the file you are loading. This is generally used for machine language programs. 0, by contrast, is the default value, and would load the stored program to $0801, the beginning of basic memory. A full description is available at the C64 wiki page for the load command.
FYI, as a daily user of a Commodore 64 with a 1541 disk drive, the load command with an, if true, I wish I had known this. A very common usage for me was, load $8,1. Whereas $equals load the directory. 8 equals from device, 1541, 1 equals a scroll pause for the directory load screen, the first, press spacebar to continue that I'm aware of.
D is the placeholder for the last used program name. If there was no name like after a reset, only then the first available program will be loaded. If you load program 8 and then run or type new, the next load 8 will again load program.
According to the Commodore 1541 disk drive user manual, page 11. If only the is used for the name, the last program accessed on the disk is the one loaded. If no program has yet been loaded, the first one listed in the directory is the one used.
Catacombs.